Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monero Trivia. It's a very ad hoc thing. Just had a free Friday evening. Was going to kick it off. Just have some fun here. Thank you for coming in. Looks like we have about 15 people filtering in. Please leave a note in chat if you have played trivia with us before during a Moneroversary, during a conference, during some other fun event. But we're using Kahoot. We are using the cryptocurrency subreddit branded Kahoot, because that's what I have to deal with, so here we go. It's pretty easy to play. You need to use, or at least have some mechanism of watching the live stream. Note that there's about a 7-second delay, even on ultra low latency, doing our best here. In order to join, what you need to do is go to the website kahoot.it, and then you need to join with the game pin 1372708. Now, if you join with a name that is not so great, it will be removed just at my discretion, so do not do that. Come in, say hi. This quiz, if I remember correctly, is 13 questions. Most of them are multiple choice. One of them is fill in the blank, and one of them is rearrange left to right. One of them is a bit of a freebie, though. You should notice that as we play. Hey Andres, nice to see you. Also, Fatty Pony, I hope that you are, let's be nice. Fluffy Pony's pretty good about it, but, be nice to people out there. Really exciting news coming up soon. We'll have the Monero Discord relayed to the Monero Freenode IRC channel. So if you do prefer to use Discord to participate in the Monero community, we will have a better option for you. Now, granted, if you do care about your privacy as much as many Monero community members do, you should consider using either IRC or you should consider using the Monero Matrix server. But for people who already are on Discord and use that for all of their other cryptocurrency communities or whatever else, it'll be a little bit easier for you. So that'll be a great way to get more involved. We're setting that up finally this evening. Finally, 2021, Monero's finally setting up a Discord like everyone else, right? We've actually had one for quite a few, I would say a few years, but it just hasn't really been a major focus yet. We're going to try and pick that up as we're trying to expand the Monero community. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm seeing only, I think, one name I actually recall on here. Checking the Monero Space IRC channel, seeing if anyone else is commenting. Okay, yeah, we have some other people that want to join. Might be VT or use a Discord voice channel more. Yeah, actually, at the moment, there is not even a single Discord voice channel. So yes, we can use it more by creating one in the first place. I agree. All right, SEC Nightmare, great to have you here. XMR Chad, Freebit, Koala Bear Hugs, XMR. We got a pirate in chat. That's great. Very, very nice. Since Clubhouse is so trendy, you are right. Clubhouse is really trendy. But as my name implies, Samsung Galaxy player, I do not have an iPhone, sadly. So I can't participate in this fun Clubhouse nonsense, even though Monero Talk is hosting things on Clubhouse. I know they have a few invites too. So if you are interested in that, get involved for sure with some of the Monero Talk events. They just had Monerotopia last night, so certainly more and more fun events going on in the Monero community. 19 concurrent viewers, welcome, welcome. Let me know, of course, if my audio or anything else is wrong. It looks okay on my end. Everything looks pretty good. I'm only sending 30 FPS because I'm using a slower computer than normal, but should hopefully still look good. Got 9 people in. This is great. It's great. Yeah, exactly. Not FOSS F-Droid. If it's not on F-Droid, I'm not using it. Monero community group. Definitely we need to be understanding of people that do that. Meanwhile, here I am streaming on YouTube. So, you got to be pragmatic sometimes, right? So you have 21 people viewing and only 10 people in chat. Or in the game. So make sure you join in the game, keeping in mind that you will need to have a continuous view of the live stream while you are playing. The questions will not show up in the whatever browser on your phone or whatever else you're using. So make sure you are constantly watching the live stream also. Hopefully everyone had a great week. I know Monero's price. Actually, I haven't checked it. Let me check to make sure it's still about $200. Let's see real fast. Is it still over 200? Let's see. 204. Boom. Look at that. Monero's price doing pretty well recently, outperforming most other cryptocurrency assets. Actually, in the last 24 hours, that's outperformed at least all the ones I'm having my quick view, including Precious Doge. So look at that. Like I said, 13 questions, most of them multiple choice, one fill in the blank, one arrange. Pretty easy. This game is meant for, meant to be played in schools and the like. That was the first time I had played it, was when I was in high school. But it works pretty well with everyone here, I would say. Listen to El Monero. Yes, if you are Spanish speaking, you definitely should listen to El Monero. El Monero is a podcast by people with very different accents in Spanish that are talking about Monero news, but they're very enthusiastic. So I can listen and understand half of what they're saying. So that's pretty good. The Spanish Monero podcast. Yes, Andres. Crypto Note. Got some OGs showing up here. El Monero. VT Nerd. All right, you guys are all screwed now that we have VT Nerd showing up. Wonder how much he's paid attention to recent news, though. Monero Trivia isn't only about just the technology or the news. It's a nice mix of both. So looks like I know who El Monero is. It's very nice. Got some longtime Monero community members represented. Some new people too, I hope. Again, I'm watching the YouTube live chat as I'm doing this. We're gonna start a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes from now. So go to the bathroom, grab some water. It is live right now, CJ Bank. Yes, it is. 24 viewers. Nice. We are basically just a trending YouTube video at this point, breaking the internet with our 24 concurrent viewers. It's not bad for a last second thing, I would say. Just as we're still getting this Monero Space channel off the ground. For those who are not aware, Monero Space is a Monero work group. We try to do fun stuff like this. We try to get the Monero community nice and active. Trivia is a good fun part, of course, because who doesn't like trivia? I was told that I'm supposed to say hi to Tommy. Hello, Tommy. Thank you for participating in Monero Trivia. Yeah, it's supposed to be both fun and it's supposed to be educational. It's get to do both. Not every question's great. You don't need to be like an expert cryptographer to get questions correct in this quiz. You just should be paying attention to the Monero ecosystem a little bit. I will warn everybody that the first question dives straight into things a bit more than the comparable cryptocurrency subreddit trivia ones that I do on the cryptocurrency subreddit channel. But bringing a lot of the expertise here, being certainly more Monero specific, because people there get a little tired when I have 13 questions a week there on Monero. So definitely trying to have a much healthier balance in the rest of the ecosystem here. Here we're able to just dive straight in on exclusively Monero things and really explore that passion directly. Yeah, so in order to join, you need to go to the website kahoot.it. It's at the top of the screen right there. And join with the game pin 1372708. We are scalable, just like the Monero blockchain. We're able to have up to 2,000 people in this quiz, so 14 is certainly within limit. A lot of space for the Monero ecosystem to grow, let's say. Welcome, Free Bitcoin channel, if you're still here. Pancake, Bruno, Charvello. What does the winner get? The winner gets actually nothing. I'm sorry, we do not have a sponsor for this. Something we might want to consider, actually. I'm gonna kick Monero here. Yeah, so we don't currently have a sponsor or anything. Something we can consider about in the Monero space ecosystem. It would be pretty fun to give something away, I would say. Just because, I don't know, whatever. But at the moment, just for fun. Just a few more minutes here. NFT giveaway. I mean, we could just give away Monero if we get a few bucks. I mean, shouldn't be too hard to get a few bucks every time we do this. We have someone named Itsmas who's a straight genius participating in one of the IRC channels doing trivia. Someone needs to tell him how to get on. He's coming up with more specific questions about. Oh, this is actually pretty funny. Sadly, Itsmas, I did not do this. But you should come on and say hi anyway and participate in the YouTube chat if you can. Set a notification out, so hopefully we have some people who are able to join us also. Oh, look at you, Hayden. That's very generous. Make sure you don't put... Welcome, Rupee. We have maybe another 5 minutes here. Got plenty of time before we'll start. 13 questions, 1 fill in the blank, 1 rearrange, the rest are all multiple choice. Some of them, the last 3, including the very last multiple choice, are worth twice as many points. For Kahoot, you get points in 3 ways. First, by answering the questions correctly, of course. Second, by answering quickly, so you certainly should answer as quickly as possible if you know the answer. And then third is getting several correct in a row, I think, gives you more points. So do what you can to get them correct, but also don't wait until the last second to put them in. Lock your answers in as soon as possible once you know them. Someone asked during the last cryptocurrency trivia I did if you get penalized for answering incorrectly. No, you do not, beyond just what you would if you hadn't answered. So there's no additional negative penalty if you answer incorrectly compared to not answering at all. So definitely give it your best guess in all the cases. No, JW, you did not miss. Join right now. Someone needs to tell him that in the chat. We have a long-time Monero community member, Jay Winterm, who's interested in joining. We pushed this back mostly for him. Yeah, just 3 more minutes here. And then, of course, if people do have questions about joining as we get started, the link and code will be in the lower right-hand corner. People can join, although they will not have the advantage of doing the whole quiz, but who knows? Maybe everyone else will get it wrong. Next few questions wrong, so you never know. Just all right. Thank you to Andres for making this lovely, I mean, you can't see it on the screen now, but you will in a few seconds. The Monero's Trivia Night image. I made a very much worse one, and he was like, no, I can't do that. I can't let you do this, so... He helped me make a much better one, which we're using right now. It's a lot more fun. He said the other one had no neon, and that was a major problem for Trivia Night, to not have neon. So, always good to have other people who have my back there, making this better. Graphic design is your passion. Everyone needs a passion. Apparently mine is just doing trivia. I'm like a one-trick pony who only knows how to do trivia. When someone was like, hey, we should do a fun event, I only know how to do trivia. That's about it. Last chance to get in here. There's JW. It's great to see everyone here. 17, that's all right. That's all right. But there's 26 people watching right now and only 17 in. So literally all you need to do is open a new browser window or go to your phone or something, go to this website, punch in the code, and then play for about 20 minutes. Should be pretty fun. All right, well, we'll let Isthmus get in here in the last second. He says he's coming. We don't want to play without him. We have some pretty smart minds in here, though, I would say. A lot of people showing up on a Friday night at the last second, which I announced only a few hours ago. So that's pretty fun. All right, we have Isthmus in. So it's about 10 after, so I'm going to get started here. Like I said, total of 13 questions, one of which is a bit of a giveaway, though. You should figure out what that one is as we're playing. One of them is a fill in the blank. One of them is a rearrange left to right, so make sure you read that one very, very carefully. Make sure when you fill in the blank, you are spelling everything correctly. Don't let autocorrect get the best of you, because you will get it wrong, sadly. The last 3 questions are worth double points, so it really is anyone's game until the very end. And the winner, sadly, doesn't get anything, but they are getting the... I don't know. They're having a fun time, I guess. Anyway, let's get started here. All right. The cryptocurrency subreddit, apparently. Monero Trivia of this date. All right, first question. In addition to the view key, what other information do you need to see outgoing transactions in a Monero wallet? Is it the key images, the ring signatures, the public keys, or this is never possible? What is the best answer here? And note that there is a about 7-second delay on the stream, so make sure that you get your answers in as soon as possible so that you're not accidentally submitting them too late. Again, what's the best answer here? We're jumping straight into Monero knowledge, as you can see. There's the lovely image that Andres made. All right, key images are the best answer here. Outgoing transactions. So by disclosing the view key and the key images, you're able to see information about the outgoing transactions in a Monero wallet. Public key is just your, like, Monero public address. Definitely not the best answer here, in my opinion. If you want to argue, you got the chat here, but that's the best answer. So 2 people got this one correct. This is never possible. That's definitely not true. You can see some information about outgoing transactions by presenting certain information, like the key images and the view key. All right, so let's see who got that one correct. Rupee and JW, congratulations. VT Nerd, what happened there? Were you just not paying attention? You should have known that one. Isthmus, what's up? Isthmus was... All right, so yeah, correct answer there to the 2 people there, Rupee and JW. Let's keep going, though. Everyone else has plenty of time to redeem themselves. Certainly can do a podium finish. All right. Question 2, which long-running cryptocurrency exchange recently ceased operations? Is it Coinbase, TradeOgre, Kraken, or XMR.TO? Yeah, well, VT Nerd, what if you didn't get change? Okay, you're saying that it's a trick question you can infer with change. That is true, but you certainly should still get the key image, the key images. Let's see. All right, almost everyone got this one correct. It's definitely better after the previous one. So Coinbase has a lot of downtime, but they haven't ceased their operations in the full extent, let's say. XMR.TO is the best answer here. XMR.TO certainly helped the Monero ecosystem grow, was one of the first services available that helped bridge the Monero ecosystem with the Bitcoin ecosystem, but they ceased operations for the reasons they wrote on their blog. So check out the Monero subreddit for some comments on that. Let's see who answered the quickest here. Looks like Rupee and JW answered that one correctly. They're at the top of the leaderboard. Then Dongulus, Philly, and Koala Bear Hugs. Congrats on making your way on to the leaderboard with some points here. Let's keep going. Question 3. What day is Monero's Moneroversary or mainnet launch anniversary? Is it April 5th, April 18th, June 5th, or December 25th? And this is low-key added here to encourage you to all come back for the, this year's Moneroversary celebrations. What is it? Let's see if people know this one. Remember, there's a lag on the stream of about 7 seconds. All right, April 18th is certainly the correct answer here. That is when we celebrate Monero's anniversary or birthday or whatever you want to describe it as. Definitely the best answer. It was not on Christmas, sadly. The answer is purple. Okay. Yeah, I guess. All right, let's see if this changes the leaderboard at all. It does. It does. Quite a bit. We have Dongulus on the top of the leaderboard. We have Phil, Fahi. I don't know how to pronounce this. Someone can help me in chat pronounce Fahi. El Monero. Isthmus is on the leaderboard now. XMRJ. Harambe is the highest climber. 0 for 2. You'll make your way up, I hope, here. Let's keep going. Clearly some big changes on the leaderboard, though, so it's anyone's game. Question 4. How many Monero transactions were made in January 2021 approximately? It was about 100, 200, 300, or 600,000. What's the closest answer here? A lot of people getting their answers in quickly. That's good. Yeah, the best answer is 600,000. There actually were over 600,000 transactions on the Monero network in January, which is the most that Monero has ever had. It's the first time it actually has been over 600,000. So Monero's transaction growth has actually been up quite a lot in the past year. December 2020 was very close to 600,000, but it wasn't quite. So it's very cool to see the growth in the Monero network. 0 for 3. I'm sorry, Perry Ag. You got this. You can come back. The last 3 questions are worth double points, so you'll be fine. All right, question. This is the leaderboard. Dongulus fell off. Fahi's on top. Koala Bear Hug second. H-Job, Harambe, Rupee back on the leaderboard. 4 players have an answer streak of 3, though, so congrats to them. We'll keep on going. If you're still joining right now, you can't. If you're just joining the YouTube live stream right now, you can still join the game. The most anyone has gotten correct so far is 3. So you can join by going to kahoot.it with the game pin 1372708. You can still make your way to a podium finish. The last 3 questions are worth double points. So we're not even halfway through the quiz here right now. So plenty of time to still join, say hi, and to have a podium finish. So, plenty of time. All right, let's keep going here. Question 5. Cake wallet salt installations increased by this factor between December 2020 and January 2021. Was it 2x, 5x, 10x, or 25x? They shared this on Reddit and their Twitter, so hopefully you were paying attention. Glad to see most people getting the answers in quickly. Some people are not getting their answers in, otherwise it would have fit in. Oh, some people were clearly spooked by the, or spoofed by the substantial numbers I put in there, but it was only double, which is still absurd for the number of wallets downloads to double after it being out for a few years. But no, it was sadly not 25x. That'd be really nice. But the correct answer was 2x. From December and January, they had twice as many installs as they had at the end of January as they had at the end of December. So that's pretty cool. So let's see if this has to change the leaderboard quite a bit. Dongulus is back on top, and El Monero is now in third. So congrats to you all for getting it correct. We will keep going here. Question 6. Which of the following is not the name of an existing Monero workgroup? Is it the Monero Community Workgroup, Monero Space, Monero Exchange Listings Workgroup, or Monero Outreach? What is the best answer here? Okay, most people got this one correct. Yes, the Monero Exchange Listings Workgroup at least is not a formal workgroup. I'm sure there are people that try and assist Monero Exchange Listings wherever, but the Monero Community Workgroup has been around for quite a few years now. Monero Space is pretty new. Monero Outreach also has been around for a little while. These certainly are their own workgroups. Monero Exchange Listing Workgroup is the best answer on this specific question. So this probably changes the leaderboard up a little less than the previous one, but that's, as I say that, we had someone fall straight down. Monero Enterprise Alliance, that is a thing. Shout out to everyone who remembers the Monero Enterprise Alliance. What's the website? Is it mea.business? I can't remember what exactly it is, or if the link works anymore anyway. But working their way up a place is El Monero, Koala Bear Hugs, Rupee, and Andres. 4 people hit answer streak 3, so congrats to all them. We will keep going, but it still clearly is anyone's game here. Question 7. Commits Atomic Swap MVP will allow takers to only sell this asset. Is it BTC or XMR? Takers to only sell this asset. What asset would the takers be selling in the MVP? We'll see how many people were watching some of their latest atomic swap work between Bitcoin and Monero. BTC. So before I actually describe why this is the correct answer, and give their reasoning, I want some people to speculate in YouTube, the YouTube chat, about why this perhaps might be. That takers are only allowed to sell Bitcoin, not allowed to sell Monero. Why would that potentially be the case? 15 seconds. I'm on ultra low latency, JW. Or John, as Murphy, as you're known on YouTube. And maybe in real life, who knows? But yeah, there is definitely a lag. I'm seeing closer to 7 seconds, so do your best to reload or whatever, but it's as short as I can get it. Inflation bug. No, not because of inflation bug. Because you never sell your Monero. Well, someone's selling you their Monero. You're sure that the taker isn't selling their Monero, but the maker in this case would be selling Monero. Because the whales. So the real answer is because the takers in this case are going to be the people who don't need to run a server or anything. It's because of taint. Yes, it is because of taint. If you are a taker who just shows up on some random person's website, some random maker's website, you don't want to be a normal user type taker who is selling your untainted Monero for tainted Bitcoin. We don't want random users buying tainted Bitcoin. So instead, you sort of operate with the assumption that if you're running a server as a maker that is selling your Monero for potentially tainted Bitcoin, you have a better idea of what you're signing up for. But if you're a user who's just purchasing XMR, you can sell your Bitcoin for this XMR. So that's what they're doing in their minimal viable product. Just because it's really hard to have a mechanism of finding makers in a decentralized way. Instead, it'll basically be you go to a website and it'll be a less trusted way to do a swap between the two, where if one of the parties screws up, the other party can punish the other. So that's what they're doing. Pretty cool. I actually think the idea is very, very interesting. But yeah, most people got the answer correct here. BTC. And if you guess that because the idea was that you never sell your Monero ever, like Andres was saying, well, at least you still got this one correct. So this changes things a bit. Dongulus, they either didn't answer as quickly, or they got it incorrect. It looks like probably incorrect given the sports. Koala Bear Hugs is on top now. Fahi is in third now. XMR, the pirate, making their way up. But Harambe is the highest climber, going up 3 places. So congrats to Harambe. Okay, well, we'll keep going. Question 8. Multi-select. Is holding Monero legal in the US? Is it yes, 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 or yes? I wonder what answer might be correct to answer here. It's basically who can click a button fastest, the most quickly. You're right. Purple is the correct answer here. Perhaps brown is the correct answer. That is a very equal distribution. Oh my gosh. You could not have coordinated a more equal distribution in the selection here. That is absolutely insane. I don't think you have to click submit with these. I think with these you can just click a button. For the multiple choice and the arrange, you have to click submit, but I don't think you do for oh, maybe for multi-select, you might have to click submit. That definitely might have to be the case. But yeah, look at 13, 14, 14, 13. Congratulations. This community is very synced up, apparently, because that is absolutely absurd. Some people selected all 4. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. Well, if you selected at least 1, you think you would have gotten it correct. That's my understanding, at least. So that really doesn't change things too much. El Monero maybe answered slightly faster than everyone else, so they made their way up a bit. I'm glad you all knew what the right answer was there when all 4 options were exactly the same. You all figured it out. Koala Bear Hugs, though, has the highest streak with 3 correct answers in a row, though, so that's cool for them. Let's keep going. Someone got 1 out of 4. That was a freebie. See, everyone should have had at least 1 correct in this quiz. So good for that. Congratulations. Anyway, we'll keep going. Question 9. This Monero-related film was the #1 box office film in the United States for 2 days. Was it The Road to 2023, Monero Means Money, Fluffy Pony's Magical Birthday Party, or Bitcoin's Private Relative? Would you watch all 4 of these movies? Sadly, only one of them exists. A lot of people wishing it was Bitcoin's Private Relative, and one person saying The Road to 2023. I think that's a really funny movie. Can you imagine what that actually would be, where you're just like talking about people that are hypothetically doing like an exit scam that they're building up? But yeah, that's pretty funny. Sadly, no one actually put their money where their mouth is with the Fluffy Pony's Magical Birthday Party. Now, granted, we could have made that the #1 movie in the United States, I suppose. It could have been pretty much anything. But no, we went with Monero Means Money. It was #2 for one box office weekend and one box office week, but it was #1 for 2 days, according to the reported data on the numbers. You can watch it on the Monero Community Workgroup YouTube channel. So it's there. It's free. You can watch it. Lots of people viewing it. Anyway, let's... Oh, goodness. No. I skipped, sorry. Which proving system is most likely to be implemented in a future Monero release? Is it Arcturus, Lelantis Triptych, or Ring CT 3.0? What's the best one? Sorry for the quick advance. We don't know who got the previous one correct. We like to mix things up here. I double-clicked. Oops. Just when you thought you knew this series, something else comes out to change things. Okay, this is pretty 50-50 split here. Triptych is the best answer here. So Ring CT 3.0 is something that could be theoretically implemented, but it's much less likely than Triptych. Triptych's the leading result here. In fact, Arcturus is probably a better answer than Ring CT 3.0. Just because in practice, Ring CT 3.0 has certain requirements that make it slower. In theory, it could work faster in certain ways, but in practice, it's slower. So Triptych is the best answer here. It's not implemented, but a lot of work has been done on it, and it's there's a chance it'll be implemented within I don't know 12 to 18 months here in the Monero network. So be pretty exciting. So 10 people got that one correct. So I'm going to take a second and actually stay on the leaderboard this time. After all this, it didn't change too much. Rupee, though, making their way back up to 4th place. Andres in 5th. Top of the leaderboard is still Koala Bear Hugs with 9,500 points. About half a question behind them is El Monero. And then XMR, half a point behind them. And only a few extra points. Rupee and Andres are really close together. 6 players have gotten the last 3 questions correct. So that's good. That's great. So we have 3 questions remaining. The next one, I believe, is a fill in the blank, which you will need to click submit on. So be ready to click submit. It will ask you to put in a number. So you can use I did make it so you can theoretically spell out the number, but you probably shouldn't do that. You should probably just use actual numerical characters. So if that helps you be ready on your keyboard, be ready. Get ready on the numpad side. If you're on mobile, get ready to type something else in. And then make sure you do click submit. And then after that, it's a rearrange, and you'll have to click submit again. They're worth double points. So going into the last 3 questions, worth a total. The last 3 questions are worth 6,000 points total. So you can see that can easily change the leaderboard here. So be ready. This is really will determine the winner here. All right. Type your answer in for double points. What is Monero's current ring size? Current. Type in your answer and then click submit. Remember, the faster you submit, the more points you get. I gave people 60 seconds for this one, even though it's pretty quick. And the next question, for the rearrange, I also gave people 60 seconds. But the very last multiple choice is only 30 seconds. You liking the fun jam music on in the background? It changes how big your donuts are. That's a good way to describe it, Josh James. Thanks for explaining that to Pancake. So these are some of the answers people put in, and one of them is clearly wrong, at least. 11 is the correct answer. No one spelled it out, but it would have been a correct answer because I'm nice. 10 people correctly put in the number 11. So congratulations for getting this correct. And you got 2,000 points up to if you answered instantly, which of course you probably didn't. But that does change the leaderboard. Someone fell from 3rd. Top place, Koala Bear Hugs. Then El Monero, Rupee, Andres, and Donulus. Congrats. Yeah, not that one as described in chat. That's how you get booted if, you know. Well, 6 players have gotten the last 4 correct. That's great. Now be prepared. This rearranged one I think is pretty interesting. So you have 60 seconds. Make sure you read the question very, very carefully before you submit. If you read it incorrectly, it's on you. All right, here we go. Double points. Puzzle. From the left of the oldest to the right the newest, sort the release of major Monero features. Your options are Dandelion++, Random X, Ring CT, and Bulletproofs. Arrange them in order with when they were released on the Monero network. In some official release, let's say. I don't think it'll matter, but this is the real one that I think is going to shake up a lot of the leaderboard. Some of the old people that have been around for a while might have forgotten. You know, things go back many, many years. Looks like most people have submitted, so that's good. 16 are in. All right. 44 people got it correct. That's awesome. The correct order is Ring CT, then Bulletproofs, then Random X, then Dandelion++. I'm actually really, it's cool. 44 people got that one correct. That's awesome. So Ring CT was one of the first changes. Bulletproofs, of course, changed part of Ring CT, so would make sense for that to go after. Then Random X changed Monero's proof of work algorithm to what it is today. And Dandelion++ changed the network routing propagation method. So that was, you know, the most recent and therefore on the right. But you got it backwards. Oh, that sucks. Someone mixed up Random X and Dandelion++. Yeah, Random X has actually been on the network for quite a while now. It's, you know, it's surprising amount of time, actually. A lot of people think Kryptonite, like they'll look back and think of Kryptonite like it was yesterday. But really, it's been Random X for a little bit of time now. And it's been like seemingly eons since Ring CT. If you were here, if you were involved in the Monero community before we had Ring CT, make sure you comment in chat because you've been around for a while. That was before 2017. January 2017 was when Ring CT was enabled on the network. And then it was made mandatory later the year, but really the community switched over right away. It actually surprised quite a few people about how quickly that happened. Certainly a learning opportunity for us in implementing features. Remember the days when my Monero broke? Oof. Old days. That was a big deal at the time when that happened. Because you couldn't spend outputs you'd received, and everyone switched over to Ring CT faster than they expected. All right, so let's see how this changes the leaderboard. First place, El Monero. Then Koala Bear Hugs, Andres, Rupee, Darnulus. 5 players have an answer streak of 5, so they've been pretty much killing it. And we're going into our last question here. You can see that really among the top 4 players, actually the top 5, if you're Darnulus and you get it correct, you get up to 2,000 more points. You can still place in first place, and so maybe it would continue actually beyond that, and it's just not visible. So yeah, it really is anyone's game on the leaderboard, and perhaps some people even off of it, to still come in first place, let alone a podium finish. So let's see what people do in the very last multiple choice question here, where you have 30 seconds to answer. All right, let's see. For double points, like I said, which of the following has not yet been implemented and released on the Monero network? Is it Bulletproofs Plus, pruning, dynamic block size, or open alias? I wonder if the speed at which people answer here might actually impact their final scoring on the podium. Okay, most people got this one correct. Awesome. Bulletproofs Plus has not yet been implemented. I was curious if people just saw bulletproofs in the previous question, then just sort of reimagine the plus was actually there, so would have tried to choose something else. Pruning actually was implemented in some form on the Monero network quite a few years ago now. I think maybe two years ago, I think. Dynamic block size has been around really forever. Open alias also, actually, I don't actually know. I need to remind myself if it was actually here forever. That's a good question for a future trivia quiz. Like, has Monero always had a dynamic block size? Yes or no? Yeah, I have to think about that one. And then Open Alias has been implemented also for quite some time. It works in both Monerujo and it works in Cake Wallet. So that's pretty cool. So let's look at the final podium finish here. In third place with 10 correct. Rupee, congrats! Also 10 correct, but in second, Koala Bear Hugs. And in first place, with the lights, with also 10 correct, is El Monero. With 13,907. Fourth place, Andres. Fifth, Isthmus. Isthmus, you made it. You made it. Congratulations, everyone, for, who placed in the podium here or came really close. Or came close to being runner-up. You get all the confetti. Thanks, everyone, for joining. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, it was a fun way to, fill it in a Friday night or whatever. And, of course, hopefully we have one of these in the future, too. So, keep an eye out. We might want to give away a prize or something in a future one. That would be pretty cool. But, yeah, thanks, everyone, for joining. I hope you have a great time. If you want to continue participating in the Monero community, of course, you can join the Monero-space or Monero-community IRC channels. We also have a Discord server, which the relays are going up for tonight. So certainly an easier way for people who aren't super into IRC to continue joining and participating in the Monero community. But okay, that's been it. Hopefully this has been a fun 30-40 minute thing for you all. And yeah, take care.